channel Reborn 1 hour before the apocalypse arrives. I have no plans to stock up on supplies at all. Instead, I head straight to the mobile phone store and buy the latest model with the largest storage capacity. Then I go on a downloading spree, adding every app one can find until the familiar mechanical voice from my previous life sounds. The apocalypse is coming before the countdown ends. Whatever object you touch last will become a special item with abilities. The room is empty. My food delivery app can summon delicious meals at any time. Extreme cold temperatures. My shopping app can provide the warmest gear. As for zombies biting me not happening, I have Antivirus software. The pain from being bitten by zombies on the back of my head still lingers. As if it's a distant echo, I stood frozen for a while before I realized I was reborn. My heart was pounding, my hands trembling. As I checked my phone, it's exactly 6:00 p.m. There's still 1 hour left before the mechanical voice from my previous life broadcasts. I don't have time to think it through. I grab my keys and rush to the nearest shopping mall. I open my phone to show the payment code and speak rapidly. Largest capacity phone, latest model, the best phone. Don't care about the price, just hurry, thank you. The store clerk grinned, eagerly handing me the new phone. Just as I was about to pay, a hand snatched my old phone away, followed by an angry voice. Mia, are you crazy? How much do you even make in a month? Why buy such an expensive that voice? It was my boyfriend Tim and his female colleague Tina, the same two scumbags who had deliberately pushed me into a zombie horde in my past life. I clenched my fingers until they left red marks, barely resisting the urge to strangle him on the spot. Now is not the time for a fight. I held back my anger, trying to stay calm, and said, Tim, how I spend my money is none of your business. This is my phone, give it back right now. Tim shoved the phone into his pocket, replying sternly, no way, you're too reckless with money. How are we supposed to buy a car or a house together? Are you expecting me to support you? I'm keeping your money safe. I didn't hesitate. We're breaking up, give it back now. Tim froze for a moment, then became furious. You're really going to break up with me just over a phone? Mia, how vain can you be? Look at Tina. She's frugal and simple. You should learn from her. Tina batted her eyelashes and coquettishly said, Tim, don't blame Mia. She doesn't work with you, so she doesn't understand how hard you work. Of course she won't be as considerate as I am. Then she gave me a subtle provocative smile. In my past life, Tim and I were at home when the countdown ended. The special items we awakened were a knife that could cut through anything and a lighter that could breathe fire. With these two offensive abilities, we not only blew the heads off several zombies, but we also retrieved some supplies, until Tina came over. Her special item was a nail clipper, and she suggested attaching herself to Tim, saying she didn't mind sharing him with another woman. Tim, of course, was delighted. After all, this was the apocalypse, and there were no legal constraints. I firmly rejected the idea and suggested we just be allies. The two of them continued to be affectionate in front of me, which I completely ignored. Every time we found supplies, they were distributed fairly based on contribution. But when resources became scarce, those two pushed me into a zombie horde, leaving me to be torn apart. I glanced at the time. It was already 6:25, only 35 minutes left before the apocalypse arrives. I had to hurry back home and download the apps. I reached out to grab my phone, but Tim firmly held onto his pocket, even threatening to hit me. If we're breaking up, I've bought you takeouts several times, and even sent you flowers. You owe me money for those. The old phone is collateral. I hated myself for being so blind before. Just as I was about to call security, a police officer happened to pass by. My eyes lit up, and I quickly shouted, help, I want to report a theft. The officer heard the cry and hurried over to me. I pointed at Tim. Officer, this man stole my phone. Seeing the police, Tim immediately backed off. He quickly returned the phone to me, forcing a smile. No, she's my girlfriend. We were just joking. The officer looked at him suspiciously and asked me, is this true? Normally I would have insisted on having Tim arrested, but right now I didn't have time to go to the police station for a statement since my old phone was back. I said I won't pursue it further. Thank you for your help. After the officer left, I quickly made the payment. Holding the new phone, I hurried out of the store. My heart still racing. Outside, the streets were bustling, and the pedestrians remained blissfully unaware. The sky was still normal, but I knew extreme weather, bloodthirsty zombies, and a shortage of supplies were all about to hit. I ran toward my electric bike, and in the distance I could hear Tim and Tina mocking me. Tim, Mia really is too much. She's nothing like me. I only care about you. She actually had the nerve to call the police if she doesn't kneel and beg me later. There's no way I'll get back with her back home. After confirming that the door was locked, I immediately switched into app downloading mode: Twitter, food delivery apps, shopping apps, all my usual popular apps, none left out. I even downloaded various type of games. And with enough storage, I went ahead and downloaded a few TV shows. By the time I finished installing everything, the time had reached 6:59 p.m. The apocalypse is coming before the countdown ends. Whatever object you touch last will become a special item with abilities. The mechanical voice echoed in everyone's ears. 59:58. I tightly gripped my phone, my palms sweating. The window was open, and I could vaguely hear people shouting downstairs. Is this some joke by a variety show on the radio station? Probably just a trick by the nearby supermarket to clear out their stock. I don't have time for this, I'm rushing to work. But what if it's real? Stop playing with your phone, hurry and find something. With offensive abilities, as the countdown reached 0, a surge of energy flooded into my limbs. The phone remained silently in my hand. With a thought, the phone screen floated into the air. Every app on it glowed with a silvery light, radiating some kind of energy. It looked just like the futuristic high-tech scenes in movies. My phone had truly awakened. As a special item, I cautiously tapped on the food delivery app, selected KFC, and ordered a family bucket. The next second, delicious fried chicken materialized out of thin air and landed on my coffee table at the same time. A small line of text appeared next to the app: times used today 100. I was so excited. I did a backflip in my room. People who haven't experienced the apocalypse have no idea how important it is to be able to eat until you're full. Forget fried chicken. During the later stages of the apocalypse, even tree bark is hard to find at that moment. Tim sent me a video call. I answered it. As soon as the call connected, he eagerly instructed me, quick, point the camera at your room and do a full turn. Not sure what he was planning, I complied and frowned, asking what's going on from the other side. A smug laugh followed me. There's nothing to eat in your room except fried chicken. Do you know that since we all have special items, the plants and animals outside will definitely mutate? It's already too late to stock up now. I raised an eyebrow. Sounds like you've stocked up on a lot of food. Tim pointed the camera around his room. Thanks to you. Remember how you said you'd move in with me? You changed the delivery address to mine, so I have enough snacks to last at least half a month. So you're calling to share your food? A hurried female voice came through. Don't even think about it. Tina rushed into the frame, tightly linking arms with Tim. Who told you to break up with such a good man like Tim? Don't expect Tim to protect you now. And don't think about getting any of our food. She smiled smugly. Our special items are a kitchen knife and a lighter. What about yours? I casually glanced around, nonchalantly replied when the mechanical voice sounded. I was napping, so the last thing I touched was my nap blanket. Tina covered her mouth and laughed. A blanket? Your special item is a blanket. She was about to say something else when the video calls suddenly disconnected. I was added to a group chat. This wasn't just any group chat. The number of people was rapidly increasing and had already exceeded 10,000. The group was named a city official notification group. Could it be that someone's special item is related to communication? The group leader message confirmed my guess. Hello, everyone, I am Joey from the government's publicity department. My special item is related to communication. I can add people from a specific area to a group to facilitate the release of official notices and provide you with the latest information. I've added you all to the group. Now please change your group nickname to your special item, like Sledgehammer Bob. We have a colleague in our department who, when the countdown ended, was holding a food delivery order, so he can now accurately deliver supplies based on the group names. Everyone who changes their nickname will receive basic supplies from the government. Please don't panic. We will try our best to ensure the supply of resources. We expect to provide supplies every 3 days. Everyone quickly followed suit and changed their nicknames. I updated mine to Blanket Mia. Just a few seconds later, a supermarket bag appeared out of thin air. I opened it to find a box of instant noodles, several bottles of water, and some vegetables. A few seconds later, Tina eagerly tagged me, and Joey lighter. Tina, what's a special blanket like? Does it make you warmer? I want to ask the person in charge. Do people with useless items also get Rizawak essays? You know, things outside are uncertain, and zombies from movies could show up at any time. The resources should go to important people first. Right, knife. Tim, exactly. In the future, fighting zombies will depend on people with offensive abilities. I suggest we distribute supplies based on the strength of our abilities. Human nature is selfish. And after a brief silence, many people agreed. Wrench. Tom, makes sense. The more you contribute, the more you should get. Water gun. Ocean, otherwise What will we do if we don't have enough energy to fight the monster's ice spike prank giving people like them? Some resources is fine, but they should get half as much as we do. The group leader Joey hadn't replied, yet then a notification popped up in the chat. Chopsticks David tried to change his group name, but failed, losing one group point, remaining 9 points. Toothbrush Leo tried to change his group name, but failed, losing one group point, remaining 9 points. It seemed the group leader had set up rules so that group names could only be changed once to prevent others from constantly changing their special item names. But what were these group points? Someone turned their attention to me. Did you offend Tina? Can you handle your personal grudges privately? Now you're dragging innocent people into this. You better leave the group. I was confused. Who did I offend? I was about to type a rebuttal when the group leader spoke up. Joey, everyone has an equal right to access resources. Please do not cause trouble in the group, or you will be removed. Each person starts with 10 group points. Violations will lead to deductions and contributions will earn points. These points can later be exchanged for supplies and weapons. A list of exchangeable items is attached. The group quieted down. Someone cautiously asked, "Can we go out to buy supplies ourselves?" Joey replied instantly, "In principle, the government does not restrict freedom. However, reliable sources indicate that the outside is not safe. Please avoid going out. If possible." A chorus of groans filled the group. Someone sighed. Who would have thought that we'd wake up to the apocalypse? A sense of melancholy began to spread through the group. I looked outside. It was now 7:30 p.m. After some thought, I decided to privately message Joey. Starting at 8:00 p.m., the temperature will drop, decreasing by 2 circumflex degrees every hour. You may want to inform everyone to prepare for the cold. Joey immediately called me, his voice tinged with excitement. "Is your special item related to precognition?" I knew this because I had been reborn, but there was another reason. I knew the details. The phone system had a built-in weather feature. I denied it. Not exactly. I just happened to know about the weather. The temperature will drop to -50 circumflex degrees Celsius at the lowest during the first 3 days. Starting on the 4th day, it will switch to a high temperature mode gradually, rising to 50 circumflex degrees Celsius. It will remain like that for 3 days, and on the 7th day, there will be a heavy rain. I apologized slightly. I can only predict the weather for the next week. Joey thanked me profusely. I really appreciate the information. If it turns out to be true, I'll immediately give you extra group points. He quickly sent out a group announcement telling everyone that the information came from me. Additionally, considering the need for resource exchanges, a swap button has been added to the group functions, and you may freely trade within the group. Many people thanked me. Most had thick blankets and warm clothes at home. A few newcomers to a city who hadn't had a chance to purchase supplies posted requests in the group. I'm offering 10,000, looking to buy 2 thick blankets weighing over 8 pounds each and 2 thick coats. I'll trade 3 bottles of water and some bread and beef jerky for 1 thick coat. I wasn't interested in these posts at first, but one caught my attention. Uncles and aunts, it's just my grandmother and me at home. We don't have thick blankets. I have saved $136 in pocket money. Can someone sell me a thick blanket? I checked his profile and confirmed the message was genuine. I typed, "Add me as a friend and send me your location." He eagerly responded with repeated thanks. "Thank you, sister. Thank you so much." Soon more messages popped up. "Lady, are you selling so cheaply? I'll pay 500. Sell to me. I'll offer 1. Tina jumped into the conversation at blanket. "Mia, your blanket special item probably can produce blankets or quilts, right? Are you trying to HPE up the blanket market? Want us to trade good gear for your blankets?" Everyone, don't be fooled by this woman. Clearly her special item is a blanket, so how does she suddenly know a week's worth of weather information? It's obvious she's lying. And the help request and bidding afterward, they must be her fake accounts, a self-made scam. Many people belied Tina's words, and the group filled with insults directed at me. "Seriously, sister, do you have no conscience? The apocalypse is here, and people are already on edge, and you're trying to make a profit from disaster. If it's really extreme cold, would you really sell a blanket for just $100? What a scam!" Can the group leader kick this person out? I couldn't help but laugh in frustration. I was just trying to share useful weather information to help everyone prepare, and I ended up being baselessly scolded. How could I stand for this? I typed furiously, "Yes, that's right, I'm a scammer. Don't buy blankets from me." A few people boldly responded in their group, "Fine, we won't buy from you." Great, let's see how brave they are when they turn into ice sculptures later. The phone alerted me to a new message from a friend. and I clicked to accept it. It was the little boy from earlier. After greeting me, he quickly transferred some money. Sister, where are you? I was surprised. Everyone in the group is calling me a scammer. Aren't you afraid I'm one? The boy replied quickly. I'm not afraid. My grandma is old, and I can't take any risks such a filial child. Send me your address. I hesitated for a moment, then clicked to return the money. Keep this money for now. When the apocalypse ends, you can buy some food with it. After the boy sent his address, he also sent a voice message, filled with gratitude, nervousness, and hope. Thank you, sister. Can the apocalypse really end? I sigh. I don't know. I opened the online shopping app, where it showed 0 out of 100 for available uses. However, when I selected a thick blanket and entered the boy's address, the system suddenly issued a warning alert program error. I froze. Then I tried entering my own address to see what would happen. The next second, the thick blanket appeared on the ground. The shopping app displayed 100, along with a small note: super strong plugin for personal use. Only thank you for your cooperation. I quickly accepted this setup. Then I began to look at the blanket. I had previously bought this one. Should work for the boy, right? But which app should I use? Just as I was about to use the group trading function, an idea flashed through my mind. I hesitantly called out, Siri, I am here. A humanoid robot hologram appeared. I was overjoyed. Which app can help me send my blanket to someone else rather than using the new trade function in the group chat? I trusted my phone software more. I specifically emphasized the words, my own blanket, please. Wait a moment, Siri is checking for you. You can use the Instagram sending function on your phone. I clicked it and was surprised to find that there was indeed a send supplies option in the Instagram menu. I tentatively clicked send and pointed my phone at the blanket. The blanket immediately disappeared in a flash of white light. The next second, the boy sent me a message. His excitement and joy barely contained. Sister, I just saw the blanket disappear with a swoosh, and it appeared at our house. You're amazing. I could almost see the admiration in the boy's eyes. I smiled, glad to hear it. After ending the chat, I ordered a bunch of food for myself through the delivery app. First, a hot cup of milk tea with every flavor available. After placing the order, I realized that if it was from the same restaurant, no matter how many items I ordered, the use times count would only be 1 for that day. I drank a sip of each flavor, feeling completely satisfied. I never thought that this frugal office worker who had no money would experience milk tea freedom in the apocalypse. But milk tea freedom wasn't enough. I also ordered fruits from different regions: peaches, mangoes, blueberries, cherries, and durian. They appeared one by one on the table as if by magic. Fruit freedom. I then remembered how, because of overtime and a lack of money, I had put off my plans to taste food from around the world. I tentatively selected another restaurant from a different area. Golden, crispy, and sizzling duck, still dripping with oil, appeared on my plate. It came with fresh scallions and a glossy sauce, as well as soft pancakes. I took a bite. The taste was crispy and tender, having gwed on tree bark for so long I almost wanted to cry from the joy of it. Dinner was solved easily with food from all over the country. I leaned back on the couch, burped contentedly, and lazily browsed through the group chat. Most of the posts were simple, but there was one that stood out as quite showy. I don't know when we can go outside. I'll just have to conserve food for now. Attached was a picture of Australian lobsters, king crabs, foie gras, and other luxurious items. Well, I quickly followed suit and ordered some of those as well. I saw that my usage count showed 1,500. I now understood the struggles of the wealthy before the apocalypse. You just can't finish it all. The person also posted pictures of their luxurious indoor decorations, all gleaming with wealth. They even shared pictures of their storage room. The food stockpiles inside were enough to make everyone in the group green with envy. I shook my head. Even in the apocalypse, some people still wanted to show off. Wasn't this like throwing meat into a wolf pack? The group fell silent for a few seconds, and then someone spoke ominously. Hey brother, looks like you have quite a fortune. Can you share your address? Maybe we can visit after the apocalypse ends. That person quickly posted their location. Good grief, the CBD area of the capital. What a rich person. You think I'm foolish because I have money? I'll tell you the truth. When the countdown ended, I was holding the property deed. This villa only recognizes me as its owner if you're brave enough to try and take it. Go ahead. Probably worried we wouldn't believe him, he also posted surveillance footage at the front gate. A bird collided with the door handle. A blue light flashed, and the bird was instantly electrocuted. It was charred and crispy. Some people complimented the thinking of the rich is really different from ours. I admire it. Others sighed. If only I had grabbed a property deed too. Some even argued his mansion, after awakening the special item level of his property, probably doesn't match ours with regular houses. Right a few moments later, someone asked, do you guys feel like it's colder than before? It is a bit, but it's still within tolerable range. Could it be that the girl was right? Is it really going to drop to -50 circumflex degrees C? If so, we really should thank the sister for the timely reminder. Tina, who couldn't stand anyone praising me, spoke up seriously. Have some common sense, it's night, so the temperature is naturally going to drop. Tim also jumped in. Mia is my ex-girlfriend. She's just an office worker with a salary so low it's embarrassing. She just bought new phones today because of vanity, and now she's probably short on cash, trying to fool all of you. So that's it. She's really cold-hearted. What a heartless person. I couldn't be bothered to argue with them, because I was too busy ordering generators, air conditioners, and other heating equipment. Then a new problem arose. I muttered to myself, with so many things, where will I put them all? The robot hologram was automatically summoned. Detected that you have installed a house building game on your phone after you finished decorating a house in the game. You can use the application to apply it to reality. I was stunned by this huge surprise. After recovering, my fingers flew across the screen. Soon, I turned the default dilapidated drafty shack in the game into a beginner's version of a villa. Rubbing my hands together, I gently tapped use. In an instant, the villa from the game replaced my original one-bedroom apartment renovation times. Today, 100 tears of joy filled my eyes. Who would have thought that the small house I had scrimp and save for just to bear a huge mortgage could instantly turn into the villa I had once only dreamed of, one I could upgrade for free at any time. Why wait? I immediately began arranging various heating, cooling, insect repelling, detection, defense, and attack equipment. By midnight, I was comfortably sitting with my legs crossed, lost, watching a TV show, and in front of me was a steaming hot pot in barbecue. I glanced out the window at the fog and casually asked Siri for the real-time temperature. Outdoor temperature -20 circumflex degrees C. Indoor temperature 20 circumflex degrees C. I opened the group chat and things were already heating up at lighter. Tina, it's because we listened to you that we didn't prepare any heating measures. Our family of 4 is freezing so much we can't even speak. You better come out and face us. Why? Oh, must give us an explanation. I recognized the IDS. These were the same people who had criticized me earlier. Tina and Tim stayed silent, not a word from them. Joey then chimed in. According to reliable sources, the temperature is indeed going to continue to drop. As Mia said, please take care to stay warm. The exchange button in the group chat has no usage limits. Feel free to trade. Everyone system notification. Your group points have been updated, now 30 points with the official confirmation. The group explode loaded. Countless people at me asking if I had any extra blankets. Some wrote long heartfelt messages crying about elderly and children being weak at home. I almost softened and was about to agree when I noticed that the malice level on the chat. I knew social apps had intimacy levels, but after awakening they were this smart. There was even an explanation: 0 to 60 normal communication, 60 and above best to stay away. I looked at the previous little boy. The malice level was 0, but these people showering me with flattery all had malice levels above 60. Looking closer at their usernames, I realized they were the ones who had cursed me in the group and had said they wouldn't buy any blankets. I decisively refused. Sorry, the blankets are only enough for myself. I can't help you. The tone of these people immediately changed. They angrily called me stingy. Then Tim, shameless as ever, sent me a message: Mia, does your blanket power work like unlimited production of blankets? Or something extremely warm? If that's the case, just send me dozens of blankets and I'll make up with you. I won't even care about your vanity issues anymore. I sipped my orange juice and leisurely replied, where do you get the nerve? You think you're worthy of warmth in the apocalypse? He quickly responded, right now I get it. Fine, I won't take it for free. I'll trade 5 loaves of bread and a bottle of water for dozens of blankets. Is that better? Hurry up. He was sure I wouldn't refuse. You only have fried chicken. How are you going to survive the next few days? The extreme cold will only last 3 days. In a way, you're the one who wins. Wait, on second thought, I'll give you 3 loaves of bread and a bottle of water. Just give me the blankets quickly. I'm freezing over here. Ugh, I had paid for everything I bought, and now he was trying to trade it back to me, acting like I was the one getting the better deal. No trade. Thinking over the current villa's defensive systems, I took photos of the hot pot, barbecue, fruits, milk, tea, and all the food I had, and sent them in the chat. I've got plenty to eat. Another video popped up from him. I answered the call and Tim and Tina stared at the screen with wide eyes and short, rapid breaths. Mia, how do you have so much food, fruits, drinks, snacks, and your house? Hello. Did it change? Did you go outside? I simply answered, none of your business. Tim, recovering from his shock, quickly put on a flattering expression. Mia, I was wrong earlier. You're the one I love most. You're my dear girlfriend. I was just angry. It wasn't about stopping you from buying. I actually thought I should be the one to buy this for you as a surprise. Really, I just wanted to surprise you. I was planning to secretly buy you a new phone. I listened to his nonsense with a half smile. Is that so? Then how do you explain Tina still being by your side, resting on your shoulder? Tim hurriedly pushed Tina away, causing her wrist to hit the coffee table with a dull thud. She dared not argue, but instead apologized. Sorry, Mia. I was just trying to keep warm because it's so cold. Tim and I are really just co-workers, nothing between us. Tim's eyes greedily scanned my food supplies. Mia, could you give me some food and warmth? You're the best, right? A grown man acting like that made me sick at that moment. A sudden scream came from outside. I hung up the video call, quickly opened the shopping app, and ordered a pair of binoculars. Looking outside, my heart SB zombies. They had appeared. Many people posted videos in the group. The footage showed bloodied and mutilated bodies, half-eaten, with a blanket lying scattered nearby. The atmosphere in the group turned tense. What was even more terrifying was the message that Joey sent next. Zombies are mutated humans, meaning they also possess human-like ability items. Therefore, from now on, please avoid trading as much as possible to prevent some zombies from discovering your exact location through trades. As if to confirm Joey's words, someone immediately sent out a distress message. Help us at fire extinguisher. Zane, this woman is a zombie. She's in my living room right now. Just ate our nanny. Who can save us? The message came with a live feed from the living room security camera. People in the group began to panic. How did she get in? She seems to have a location-related ability. We only traded with her once, and she immediately showed up at our front door. We didn't think much of it back then, not knowing she was a zombie. As soon as we opened the door, she bit the nanny's neck off. Many people were relieved. Thankfully, we didn't trade with that person. Joey, we've already sent people to help. You should barricade your bedroom door with whatever you can. In the panic, I at-eed the people asking for help and casually said, go out and close the front door. You'll be safe. Someone yelled at me, don't make things worse. The zombie is in their living room. Are you trying to get them killed by telling them to go out? Someone who wouldn't even give us a blanket has no conscience. Of course, she'd say something like that. Joey bombarded me with a series of question marks. I took a bite of a plump, juicy peach, and then some watermelon, stretched, and stood up because that zombie is right outside my door knocking. I activated the image recognition feature. Zan level 1 zombie, skilled in using ability items, low intelligence ability item, fire extinguisher. Detailed explanation. If the exact address is known and there is a fire extinguisher at the door, the zombie can teleport to the doorstep. In my private messages, Tina's malice level had already reached 90. Mia, although I don't know how you remodeled your bedroom, you definitely haven't moved, because the video of the zombie attack was filmed in your neighborhood. And before you hung up the video call, I also heard your scream. And now it seems I was right. When you're bitten by that zombie, Tim and I will just move into your house. Ha ha ha. Through the screen, I could almost picture Tina's smug expression. But a mere zombie, no problem. It was just the perfect opportunity to try out the upgraded defense system of my house. When the zombie saw I wasn't falling for the trick and didn't open the door, it picked up the fire extinguisher and tried to break in. Suddenly, a silver flash of light appeared. The security do rebound force sent the zombie flying straight out the window. Our messages flooded. Group, did you hear that scream? Yeah, it was so shrill. It was right outside our neighborhood. Could it be that? Mia, she said the zombie was knocking at her door. I denied it. Not me. I don't disturb the peace. It's the zombie. The group fell silent. Someone nervously asked, what did you do to that zombie? I told the truth. It said it loved exercise, so it jumped out of the window to bungee jump. The group remained silent again. After a while, someone replied, so your ability item is the property deed. I checked the username. It was Kevin. The next day, I ordered a Cantonese breakfast, crystal clear shrimp dumplings with chewy shrimp meat, sweet and savory charu buns filled with salted egg yolk, creamy and fragrant custard buns, and translucent sweet water chestnut cake. I ordered dozens of familiar dishes all at once. Before I dug in, I took a picture and sent it to Tim and Tina. Imagining their drooling and jumping in jealousy made the breakfast even more delicious. Suddenly, the group announcement was updated. Joey, everyone, situation outside is dire. The government has issued a recruitment call urging those with offensive ability items to participate in exterminating zombies. All participants will receive additional supplies from the government And for every zombie killed you will earn 10 group points. Please sign up. Actively rest assured professional teams are already on their way to rescue a city. This message encouraged everyone. Tim was the first to respond. Protecting our homes is our shared responsibility, I believe. Everyone must participate. Starting now, each person must kill at least 2 zombies every week. Those who fail to meet this requirement will be kicked out of the group and will not receive supply assistance. Many people mocked him for showing off. Tim sent a video of himself killing a zombie. In the video, his knife sliced through the zombie head like cutting a watermelon. Everyone fell silent. Joey, thanks to Tim for setting an example and rewarding everyone with supplies and group points. However, we still advocate for democracy. And considering that many people do not have offensive ability items, participation remains voluntary. Tim quickly posted a picture of the supplies he had just received, showing off. See, in the apocalypse, it's those with offensive ability items like me who feel safe and can get supplies. If you want to make up now, it's still not too late. If you wait any longer, once I become a hero and more people pursue me, I won't be interested in you anymore. I sneered. When the countdown ends, how about you take a look at your face, Tim? What do you mean? Well, your ability item is nothing more than an invulnerable thick skin, right? Tim sent a series of angry emoji in several 60-second voice messages. The last message was MIA. Don't get cocky, you're only relying on that house. But if you encounter zombies, you won't even be able to protect yourself. The days passed by, and the supplies from the government grew. Fewer and fewer people still posted pictures in the group showing dry buns, water open for several days, and crumbs of biscuits that had fallen on the floor but were picked up and eaten. The wealthy person who had previously posted about their property deed as an ability item was still showing off their food. While some people were envious and resentful, others began to harbor malicious thoughts. Property deed. Manny, be careful of Stamp Kevin. He altered my property deed and stole my house. Then there was no further information from him as everyone became fearful. Kevin spoke up. Don't worry, I have no interest in your regular houses. Tina then sent several pictures, all of them food pictures taken from previous videos. These are all Mia. I'll send you her exact address. You go and take them. People were shocked by the abundance of my supplies and became envious, their jealousy oozing through. I'm here nibbling on bread, taking small bites. The difference is just too big. Hurry up. After all, her ability item is a property deed. She poses no real threat, Kevin, but I need to get her property deed first. Manually change the name and then stamp it for it to be valid. Tim quickly responded, bro, I have a property deed too. I'll go with you. Along the way, I can kill zombies to protect you. Just make sure to give me some of the loot. That's when I remembered that Tim had taken my property deed when he said he would keep it safe. Well, who hasn't been a little careless in their youth? All right, we'll split it 50-50. When we get there, there were also many people worried about me, but for some reason I was looking forward to it. In my past life, Tim and Tina had caused me so much trouble, and recently they even pushed me toward the zombies. It was perfect timing. I could send them a special gift. I browsed through a game on the app. Finally, I chose a game. I figured that fearing Kevin might betray him after altering the property deed, Tim insisted on waiting until we were at my door before handing over the deed. I grew impatient and just opened the door before Tina could use fire to attack me. I gave them a wicked smile and pressed start. The 3 of them instantly disappeared from the spot on the screen. It was a battle royale game, with the 3 of them parachuting from the plane, their faces filled with terror. This popular game required players to kill all enemies to win. Periodically, poisonous gas would appear, and players had to race to get to the safe zone. In the ability-enhanced version of the game, you could survive if you endured for half an hour. I just wondered if these temporary allies would turn on each other after dealing with these 3. I found that the group announcement had been updated again. This time, it was an uplifting message. Joey, the rescue team has arrived and started clearing zombies. Everyone, the dawn is ahead. The footage from the drone showed a well-trained team fighting zombies, rescuing children hiding in corners, and struggling to move fallen pillars off elderly people. They patrolled day and night exterminating zombies. I saw someone so exhausted they could barely stand, but still stabbed a knife into a zombie's heart as they nearly fell bloodied and bruised. These individuals stood in front of civilians without hesitation. As the zombies charged, I turned off the screen. I wasn't interested in getting involved. Besides, the things I had purchased online couldn't be transferred to others. However, when I lay awake at night unable to sleep, their resolute expressions while killing zombies filled my mind. It was a belief in protecting the people, even though the road ahead was uncertain, full of dangers, and they could easily be turned into bloodthirsty zombies. They still had the conviction to protect others etched in their bones. I couldn't sleep at all and sat up suddenly in the group. Joey sent an urgent message. Is anyone in the Sunshine District? A team has been trapped there, and several of them are injured and have no strength left to fight. They're in grave danger. Is there anyone with offensive ability items who can help their professionals? If even they can't handle it, the zombies won't have leveled up. Right, I've heard that zombies can level up. I'm too scared to go, and I live too far away. Sorry, I won't go either. My life is too valuable. I don't want to risk it for people I don't even know. I have an idle house in Sunshine District. I'll send you the password in exact location. Maybe they can hide there. They'll need medicine after being rescued, right? Although I'm too scared to go to the scene. I own a pharmacy group leader. I'll use the group trade function to send you the medicine. Human nature in all its forms, I replied briefly. Send me the location. I'll go. Isn't this the person with the property deed ability item? She hasn't been stripped of her house, so eager to show off without the house. She's nothing. These young people just want to act tough, risking their lives for attention. Joey hesitated. Mia, can you really do it? I privately messaged him. Do you think that if my ability item was really just a property deed, I'd be able to predict the weather? His words struck a chord with him, and Joey quickly sent me the location filled with eager hope. Please, I'm begging you. I clicked on Google Maps, entered the address, and pressed confirm teleport. A few seconds later, I appeared in front of a few injured team members, and we stared at each other. The team leader, Charlie, looked uncertain and asked, "Are you the one Joey mentioned for the rescue?" I nodded. This isn't the right time for treatment. Wait a moment. I'll clear the area first. I opened the Antivirus function on my phone and clicked to scan. Beep detected 12 level 1 zombies and 3 level 2 zombies. Within 1 km, the danger is considerable. Environment Safety Index, 40 points. Clear. The team watched as I moved my finger in the air. At that moment, a zombie spotted us and screamed, charging toward us like a missile. Charlie quickly shouted, "Watch out!" Unfortunately, he was the most severely injured and could barely stand. I glanced at the zombie, gave a casual smile, and selected yes. The zombie instantly turned to dust. Beep clearing. Completed. Your surroundings are now safe. Please continue to stay alert. The team looked at the scene in disbelief. Charlie swallowed hard and looked at me with the eyes of someone seeing a master, cupping his hands in a respectful bow. "Hello, I'm Charlie. May I ask your name?" "Captain Charlie." "You're too kind. I'm Mia." Charlie spoke to me with utmost respect. "Thank you, Mia, for saving us." I crouched down to carefully check their wounds. Some of the team members had legs injured by heavy objects, some had their stomachs almost entirely ripped open, and others were on the brink of shock. Despite their condition, they still insisted. "Mia, please, treat them first." "I'm not in a hurry." "No, treat them first." One, who had already lost consciousness, muttered, "Don't worry, we're coming." The noise made my eyes a little teary. Fortunately, after a preliminary check, none of them were in life-threatening danger, so I began treatment with Captain Charlie. I took out a survival game medical kit with adrenaline bandages and other supplies. Soon their injuries were mostly healed. At this moment, the way they looked at me was beyond admiration. "Mia, we really don't know how to thank you." I felt a bit guilty, because I was only using the convenience of my ability item, while they were the real heroes, risking their lives to protect the people. On the way back, we encountered a group of level 1 zombies. In the middle of them stood a level 2 zombie making a hiss sound. Charlie instinctively moved to protect me. "Protect the civilians first," but he quickly realized, "Sorry, I forgot about your abilities." I thought for a moment, turned on my phone's invisibility function. "Stay close. I can maintain this invisibility for about 3 minutes. I'll listen to what the zombies are saying." They were stunned. "You can turn invisible. You can make us invisible too. You can understand zombie language." They were in awe. "You're really incredible." I felt embarrassed by their compliments. "I'll give it a try." I opened the translation software. "King has appeared. It needs a lot of energy. It's now inhabiting a human's body. We can't assimilate humans, but the king can. We need to find the king quick. Protect it and assimilate all humans." After I translated their expressions, turned grim. "This needs to be reported immediately." After escorting them back to the rest area, Joey shook my hand and repeatedly thanked me. He pointed to a huge supply bag. "This is for you, a small token of our appreciation. Please accept it." I remembered the little boy from earlier and decided not to refuse. After using teleportation, I arrived at the little boy's house. In the modest house the boy was drawing when he saw me, he hopped over happily. "Sister, is this for you? Do you think it looks good?" I smiled and nodded. "This is the supplies the government sent you. I brought them over on my way." The boy joyfully took the supplies. "Sister, is all of this really for us?" "Really, thank you, sister." He turned to tell his grandmother the good news. But I stopped him. I pressed him cautiously as the image recognition function on my phone displayed Zombie King early stage, the boy's grandmother wearing glasses frozen. Her gesture of greeting me with a kind and gentle expression, she asked, "Am I about to turn into a zombie?" The boy panicked, shaking his head. "No, sister, my grandma hasn't been out or bitten recently. If it were an ordinary zombie, I could kill it without a second thought. But the grandmother in front of me was still human. You might have become the host for the Zombie King. I need to report this to the government." Both the grandmother and the boy froze. Tears welled up in the boy's large black eyes, and the tears fell in big drops. "Sister, can my grandma still be saved?" I sighed. "Sorry, I'm not sure." Joey's team arrived soon, led by Captain Charlie. From yesterday, Captain Charlie led with a salute, then apologized. "Sorry, we must take you back for an examination, possibly a blood test." The grandmother gently touched the boy's head. "It's all right, I'm just an old bone. If I can contribute to humanity, it's worth it. Just take care of my grandson. It's all on you." Captain Charlie promised. "Don't worry, we'll take good care of everything." On the way back, I got tired of scanning repeatedly and opened a match 3 game. Whenever 3 or more zombies came near, they would automatically disappear. A civilian drone captured the scene and sent it to the group. The tone of the group chat completely changed. "What kind of amazing ability item does this woman have? No wonder she dared to go alone to rescue that team." According to Joey, Mia not only turned zombies to dust in an instant, but also healed the severely injured team members super quickly. Dual abilities: offensive and healing. I take back everything I said about her. "Sister, I'm sorry." "Woo, sister, you're now my idol." When Tim and the others were ejected from the game, they didn't dare say a word. Kevin filled the group chat with long apologies, crying and swearing he would never target my house again. I looked at Tim and Tina, who still harbored malicious thoughts toward me, and after thinking for a moment, I created a new group with Kevin and the others. Before they could leave the group, I sent an invitation to a horror game instead of throwing them into a zombie horde. I preferred to torment them endlessly with games. Tina and the others' curses were drowned out by the game notifications. I quickened my pace as I headed home. The extreme cold weather had passed for 2 days, and I could now see the upcoming weather. It was the rapid growth of plants. What should humanity do now? That's all the story. What do you think of this story? Share with me in the comments section. What would you do if you were in this situation? Looking forward to hearing from you. If you like this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.